you mentioned you're watching it near some Patriots fans. And can I just say, over the last like 4 or 5 years, just the slow descent of the Patriot fan has been a very funny thing to watch. You know what I mean? Because they were the cockiest fucks 5-6 years ago, and now they're just like completely apathetic and just
they don't know what to do. They're getting humbled. They're getting humbled. And you're seeing it. And I mean, listen, the one thing I'll give Patriots and New England fans is that they're a loyal fan base. You know, they are not bandwagon fans. Sports is a full-on religion.
Right.
I grew up on an hour outside Boston, and that's because like that's all there is to do up there. Like there's nothing to do except get drunk and fight with your family about politics and watch sports. There's really not a whole lot else going on up there culturally. Like in Boston's not a big city, by the way. It's not as big as people think it is. So there's not as many entertainment options as you find in, you know, like a Chicago or a New York. So like the culture is sports culture in that area, and that kind of it's reflective in the fan base. They're really loyal. You know, even when the Celtics and Red Sox suck, they still show up. You know, they pack the house.
Mm-hmm. They are, and like New York also used to have like a very loyal fan base. In New York, I'm not saying like New York fans are bad fans, but like as a city, because in a way, I mean,
right, terrible in a good way.
The city itself is full of transplants. That's like it kind of like is eroding you know the unity of the sports culture, because you have people like from like of New York, because you have people from like the Midwest. You know, I remember there was a bar in the Upper East Side that they're like, we're a Steelers bar. We're just only a Steelers bar.
Those are everywhere. You name a random team, whether it's a random college football team or a NFL, whatever. There is a bar dedicated to that. Absolutely.
Yeah, like, but I feel like if there was if there was a Steelers bar in like Philadelphia, they would burn it to the ground. They would.
No, you can only get away with that shit in New York. 100. Oh no, Philly fans, they would show up. They'd burn it to the ground, and they'd all show up the next day just to piss on the ashes, because the Philly's a hard town, man.
It's the same thing with DC too, because DC has like a bar dedicated to the Cowboys too as well, but that's because you have you have people coming to be interns to basically be a hospice nurse to whatever politician.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, I want to mention too, I'm surprised, Brian, that you went through that earlier today with the not finding a bar, because I know DC has a lot of transplants, kind of like New York does, or people are there on business because obviously it's like the political capital of the country. Like it was weird because most sports bars in the country, no matter where you are, you walk in and you just say to the bartender, "Hey, can you put this TV at the end on such and such a game?" And they always will. So I found that weird that you had to go to a bunch of different bars.
It was a dumb day because I went to one bar and basically they just only had the Bills, and I thought this was going to be a bar that was definitely going to have the game, and then they're like, "No, if you want to see like all NFL Sunday ticket, you got to go to like this sports bar." And of course every sports bar was like packed because it was like after 1 o'clock,
right?
So it was just like it was a bad call. It was literally a bad call, and I had two options. I was like, I could go to this bar down the street from where my apartment is right now, or I could go towards like the nation's capital and go to this bar around here that has like really good food.
And storm the Capitol, just let me watch the game.
I do have a like kind of stop to steal beard going on right now.
Yeah, you definitely do. You're definitely the bear in your relationship for sure.
Yeah, no, I no one would think that I'm like,
you look like he just sat in
Hell's Kitchen.
You look like no, I was gonna say he looks like he just sat in Nancy Pelosi's chair and then stole her gavel and ran out.
Oh yeah, you put like a fisherman's vest and some flannel on Brian, and he definitely believes in all lives mattering. That's how that goes.
Just get him some canvas sandals, and he's all set.